So let's begin our review. So the basic question which he answered was David HaMelech. Okay, the first question of the Maamar was why the Torah, what's Rashi's answer that the Torah begins with Breishis in order to give an answer to the Goyim that we stole at Yisrael. It doesn't answer why it has to be the first thing. If that answer is needed, so it can be said later. We would expect Torah to start with the first mitzvah, which is Kiddush HaChodesh, which he explains is Yichud Ilah, a revelation of godliness in the world that reveals the exclusivity of the Eibishter. That should be the first statement of Torah. After all, is that not what Torah is all about? So to understand that, he prefaced another question. What David HaMelech is asking, open my eyes, and I should see the wonders in your Torah. You don't have to open your eyes, you just have to learn. So what is he asking? Open my eyes. And he answers, that's Pnimius HaTorah. The secrets, the wonders of Torah, that's not accessible by human intellect. And that one cannot arrive at just through learning per se. It needs divine revelation. So this is what the Maamar now is explaining, the different levels to Torah, and particularly to appreciate the inner level of Torah, the soul of Torah, because the Zohar says in the pasuk, Zois Toiras ha'adam, Zois ha'Torah, Adam. Then it goes on to say what it does, but those three words, Zois ha'Torah Adam, this Torah is reflected in man, and man is a reflection of this Torah. So there are 248 positive commandments and 365 negative commandments in Torah. So too, a person has 248 limbs and 365 giddim. So in the same way that in general, a person has a guf and a neshama, an adam, a person has a guf and a neshama, zois ha'Torah adam. So just like Adam, man, has a guf and neshama, so too the Torah has a guf and neshama. And in general, that's the guf are the halachas, gufei Torah, and the neshama of Torah are the deeper dimensions of Torah. He went into more detail and explained that just like the neshama has 5 levels, so too in Torah. So he said that the guf of Torah, again, Zois Torah Adam, so the person in totality is reflected in Torah, so he has a body and a soul. So again, the body are the halachas, but the neshama are reflective of the 5 levels of the soul, which divide into 2. Nefesh, Ruach, Neshama, and then Chai Yechid. Both are purely spiritual, but they fall to 2 categories. So too, he says that in Torah you have the secrets, and within the secrets you have the secrets of the secrets. So the secrets are Nefesh, Ruach, Neshama, and the secrets of the secrets are Chaya and Yechid. All right, so he's just simply saying that within the neshama dimension of Torah, as opposed to the practical, the halachas, there are 2 categories, secrets and secrets within the secrets, and that corresponds to the 2 categories within the neshama. Category 1, nefesh, ruach, neshama. Category 2, chay and yechid. They're makifim, they're transcendent revelations of the neshama. Furthermore, in the same way that a person also has garments, and he means here quite literally physical garments, even though I mentioned yesterday, Machshava Dibur Moishe, but there's no indication that he means that exclusively, or maybe not at all, but the literal garments that a human being requires. What are they're external. What are the external garments of the Torah? They're the stories of Torah. Now, even though Taka, the stories contain very, very deep secrets, and he illustrated that with two illustrations, the 7 kings that ruled, the 8th king, Tikkun, the 7 Toihu, and then Yaakov sending a gift to Esav, all connected there to Toihu and Tikkun. So they're very lofty, but that's all hidden. It's all hidden, and what a person reads are the stories alone. Therefore, they're called Levushim. So the stories are the external dimension of Torah. And then you have the inner dimension, as mentioned, the soul, and the soul within the soul, the secrets and the secrets to the secrets. So this David HaMelech, that's his request. Open my eyes, and I should see the wonders. He wants to see the Soidus or the Razin in Aramaic, and the Razin. So the respect, the Nigla, again, no request, because that is arrived at through intellectual exertion, through learning. But just like the soul is incomparable to the body, because the Nigla of Torah, the halachas, that's the body of Torah, so to the secrets of Torah are incomparable to the halachas of Torah, and that they are not, in fact, not graspable. They don't come naturally. One cannot acquire them, arrive at them through intellectual inquiry and through study. So therefore, the request to open my eyes. And he explained, open my eyes means that what's present is present, but I don't see it. So we're asking, these secrets are there in the Torah. He's asking on behalf of all of us that Hashem open our eyes to be able to behold these secrets. Then he went on to explain, we're summarizing our Holy Boys Gimel. But what we said till now, we'll understand the difference between the two levels in Torah, Erusin, Kiddushin, betrothal, and Nisuin, actual union, chuppah, marriage. Now, what are these two aspects in Torah? The Kiddushin and the Nisuin. They are Torah Shebiksav and Torah Shebal Peh. Torah Shebiksav, I'm sorry, wrong. No. Erusin and Nisuin, we'll soon see at two levels in Torah, with respect to the relationship between Chosen and Kala. In Chosen and Kala, there are two stages to the relationship. There's the external relationship, that's the Erusin. At that point, when he betrothed her, she's forbidden to have relations with anybody else. Anybody has relations with her, it's a capital offense. She's considered already betrothed and sanctified, Kiddushin, but they haven't yet become one. No chuppah, they haven't become one. They haven't created yet a child, which is where husband or wife literally become one in the embodiment of the single child, a single child that comes from the union. So that's the inyan of what? That's nisuyin. So likewise, in the relationship between teresh b'ksab, which is chosen, teresh b'peh, which is the kal of the woman, there are these two relationships, external and internal. Erusin or kiddushin, two terms for the same stage, and nisuyin. Now, when will the deeper level of Torah taka be revealed, the nisuyin? When will that fusion, the full revelation of the written law be expressed in the oral law as they become one inseparably? That's taka when the Mashiach will come and then the secrets of Torah will be revealed. The inner dimension of Torah, the Ashpa Pnimius. Again, going back to Chas and Kala. Chas and Kala, up until the Chuppah, this will explain to the mind that you said before the Badeken. So that's all a build-up to the Erusin. So it's all external. You're connected, but externally he veils all of the details of that external, profound but external connection. That's all achona for chuppah, and as explained yesterday, there are actually 8 meanings, 8 pirushim in the Rishonim as to what is exactly chuppah. What's common to all of it, it's the home, it's the house, it's the yichud, it's living together. According to one day, chuppah means pashat, living together. As husband and wife, becoming one flesh. At any rate, so that's Tashba Pnimius. So too, the relationship between Teresh B'Ksav and Teresh B'Al Peh, at presently, Teresh B'Al Peh only unlocks the chitzonius of the written law. Mashiach will come, we'll have the Pnimius, Nishmos Deiraisa. As he mentioned yesterday, so this is a foretaste of that. We already have the Rosin revealed, and the Rebbe's Maimorim as a bridge and a foretaste. But overall, in the big span of history, Erusin is up until Mashiach, and Nisuyin is with redemption. What that means spiritually is, again, Chas and Kala, written law, oral law. Till Mashiach comes, the focus is the external, the halachas, the behavioral dimension of Torah, the practical dimension. And when Mashiach comes, it'll be a real fusion, revealing the inner, the oral law will reveal the inner secrets of the Torah Shebiksav. Now he went into greater detail. No, that's what we're up to now. Good. We're up to V'inyan Bazeh. Yeah, okay, was that a fair summary? You got a general idea, folks? Yes? Yeah?
Yes, very good. Thank you.
Okay. So now let's continue the second paragraph. It is the second paragraph of Voice Gimel. The matter is as follows. More detail. More detail in what? In the different levels of interplay or revelation of unlocking the secrets, that the meaning, first meaning and then secrets of plain meaning of Teresh B'Ksav, which Teresh B'Al Peh reveals. Tehine Teresh B'Al Peh hu agilui de Teresh B'Ksav. Teresh B'Al Peh reveals the meaning of Teresh B'Ksav, of the written law. Whatever Teresh B'Al Peh reveals, the Medrash, Zohar, everything, all of it, from the simple to the deep secrets, it's all klulim b'Teresh B'Ksav. It's all there, but not articulated, not expressed. As we find frequently throughout Shas, the Gemara asks about a certain halacha, Noha Nemili. Where do we know these words? It's got to be hinted somehow in scripture. And the Gemara says, the pasuk says such and such. But it's the way these insights and teachings are in Teresh B'Ksav, they're concealed, it's seminal. It's all there, but not differentiated, not articulated, hasn't emerged. Again, it's like the tippa, the seed that the male gives, and then received by the female, that's Teresh B'Al Peh, who develops and reveals all the nuance, etc., into a fully developed child with disparate levels, from a brain to toenails, but it's all there originally, undifferentiated in the original tippa, which is Teresh B'Ksav metaphorically. Again, Teresh B'Ksav is the chosen, Teresh B'Al Peh is the kala, the isha. Now v'inyan zeh, now detail, going into detail to this process. So this inyan, that what? That the Teresh B'Al Peh reveals that which is there latently concealed in Teresh B'Ksav. This is true, partial understanding the psukim. And also true of arriving at dinim and halachas. The simple meaning of the psukim is unintelligible in many places completely without Teresh B'Al Peh. Simple meaning. The meaning, and certainly the halachas in Teresh B'Ksav is concealed. The dafke, but Teresh B'Al Peh, where do we get to understand it? In Torah Sheba'al Peh, first of all explains what the pasuk is saying. And it identifies the details of the halachas of Torah. It's only in the oral law that we know what is the supernal will, what does he want in this mitzvah. It's not clear at all in the Torah itself. We just had this in Tanya. Rebbe brings the example of tefillin. He's talking about halachas. All the Torah says is what? Sign on your hand, make a red dot, sign on your hand. Taita face, not even a Hebrew term. Beni necha, and you would think it's whatever it is, it's here. No. Torah Sheba'al Peh explains it's tefillin, medalet parshiyos, etc. And the other example he brings is what? Isa malach on Shabbos. The Torah says not to do work on Shabbos. We would assume that means carrying heavy stones or objects, even in a given room, and that's not what it means. It's not rest from a physical exertion. That's actually a Rabbanan to preserve the spirit. But it's the 39 malachas that go into making the Mishkan, creative activities, etc. So Torah Sheba'al Peh, and there's other examples too. Actually, one wonders why the Alter doesn't bring a much stronger example. Where the Torah says, you shall shecht, you shall slaughter the meat as I've commanded you. It's in Parshas Achar, I think. Nowhere in the Torah we have the laws of Shechita. Obviously, it's in Torah Sheba'al Peh. The Alter brings Dafke, an example where it's saying something, we just don't know what it means. The example I just brought, we have no clue how you shecht. Anyway, but tzarich a little bit, and why Dr. brings these examples. But back to the main point. So the articulation of everything contained in Torah Sheba'al isn't Torah Sheba'al Peh. However, now he's going to explain that what's revealed till Mashiach, until Erev Mashiach, is only the chitzonius of Torah Sheba'al, not the Seides, not the secrets, or the secrets to the secrets. What's revealed and drawn and revealed in Torah Sheba'al Peh, it's the external level of the written law. Now it goes into detail. What is it that Torah Sheba'al Peh is explaining? It's pashat the letters, the words. But there's more to Torah Sheba'al than just the letters and words. Ukidua, as is known, he brings you from the h'tschk. The written law has taimim, that's the musical notes, nakudas, vowels, tagin, the strokes, the crowns on the letters, and then there's the letters, and it's actually in descending order. The deepest, most sublime, divine wisdom is in the musical, the cantillation it's called, the nigun, the notes, and then the vowels, and then the strokes of the letters, and finally the letters themselves. That's the most obvious and lowest and basic expression of the text, the written law, are the letters. So what Torah Sheba'al explains for the most part is the oisius, the letters. Now there is, let's see in the text. We just said Yamashn Gal Torah Sheba'al Peh. What Torah Sheba'al, I think I said Torah Sheba'al before. Correction. What Torah Sheba'al Peh reveals in explaining Torah Sheba'al is the final basic expression of Torah Sheba'al, the letters. But we also find that Torah Sheba'al Peh, Rashi brings this, etc., also explains the vowels. So he says like this: a Marshal is Gal B'chinas HaNakudas, and that which is explained, we learn halachas from the vowels, the vocalization. He has in brackets, this is a whole sugya, Shmitzadzeh, Matzindu, Beis Deis, we find two opinions, Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Akiva, and the third opinion, Rabbi Shimon, who combines both of them. They argue whether aim lemikra or yesh aim lemesoidis. Aim means a mother. So we're looking at a pasuk. To derive the halacha, how do we view the pasuk? Aim lemikra means we understand the pasuk the way it is read. This is kri versus ksiv. The way it's read, even though it's different to the way it's written. Often the case. We just had it. I'm already ahead of you. So tomorrow's chitas. Bo God. Why she called him God. So Bo God is written in the Torah in one word, but it's really two words, Bo God. I'm actually considering that's the example he means here, but it's part of that whole Indian of Kli and Ksiv. So what they argue there is for example, the footnote here sends us to Masechta Kedushin. So when I go to all arichas of it, but the machlokes between Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Akiva, there is a father who sells his daughter or marries her when she's a ktana. He could sell her if he's destitute, and the idea is that the husband marries her. He could also marry her as a minor. Now the question is, if he's once sold her or once married her, and then in the case of the sale, she's freed. She's freed for that. There's many ways that could happen. In the case of marriage, the husband dies or divorces. Can he do so a second time or not? The Torah makes it clear. Says the words, he may not sell her again or marry her again after bigdai ba. Now this word bigdai is spelled without a yud. We read it bigdai, but it's really begada. So it doesn't mean bigdai, which means article of clothing, or does it mean begada, he betrayed her? Anyway, it's all arichas. Article of clothing would mean marriage. It's one of the things that a husband's obligated to do is provide clothing. Or does it mean he had sold her into slavery and betrayed her that way? What does the Torah mean when it says the prohibition which follows big deva? So these are the two days. Aim lemikra. Do we derive the halacha from Mikra means the way we actually read it, even if it isn't the way it's written. Aim lemesoidis, or the mother, meaning the foundation, the ikir is the mesoida, the way it is written. Not the way we read it, we derive a lot of the way it's written. Again, there's a third opinion, Rabbi Shimon, that says we actually use both to derive halachas. So the point that I was saying here is that the vowels have a role to play. That's the opinion of Aim Lemikra. We and even Rabbi Shimon, who says we use both. We derive both conclusions from both the Mesoida and the Mikra. It's all to say that the vowels are significant, especially when the vowels are differing to the way you would read it if there wouldn't be the vowels to it. And I just illustrated. So the Rebbe concludes. So Torah Shabbat Pet does explain the significance of not just the letters, the words, but also the nekudas. He says that he's rak mat mezer. Not often. These are rare instances. Not all vowels are explained. Only the ones that are connected to the letters. I'm not sure what he means by here. And that's why footnote 35, which makes more sense, says that some people remember Nekudas vowels is still a very basic manifestation of Torah and still part of the realm of Oisias. That seems to make more sense to explain why we do darshan the Nekudas a little bit, because they're still bound with the Oisias. But the Taimim and the Tagim We don't find anywhere in Torah Sheba'al Peh that will explain halachas or any insight based on the notes or the strokes, the tagim, the crowns. So his conclusion is our closest and the kudus learn is gala. Here and there is, we learn halachas from the kudus, from the vocalization, but in general, it's not revealed. That's the exception. Especially the strokes, that's certainly, you don't have halachas that we derive from the crowns. There's one stroke and there's three strokes, and of which crowns the letters are on. Shat des gets. Shin Ayin Tes Nun Gimel Tzadik. That's where you have the crown on these letters. We don't derive halachas from it. The Rebbe asked right away, Rabbi Akiva derived from every stroke mountains, heaps and heaps of halachas. So we do. The answer is no, we don't. I didn't say, from the Mudish Rabbi Akiva Bilvad, that's how he learned. We don't have that. To us, we understand the meaning of the letters and the vowels for the most part. Now, even Rabbi Akiva, he darshaned and extracted meaning from the strokes, from the crowns. About the cantillation, the nigunim, have yet to be explained and revealed their significance altogether. That will be when Mashiach comes. The Chassidus is the beginning of that. So the conclusion, so this all, according to what we said earlier, Mashiach comes as the actual nisuyin, the marriage. Till now, it's only the kiddushin, the betrothal, the erusin. Accordingly, that's an external connection between chas and kala, teresh b'ksav, teresh b'al peh. That's why till Mashiach comes, we only have an external explanation. We understand the letters, we understand to some degree the vowels, but not the strokes of the Torah, Rabbi Akiva, but not everybody else. And the timing, Aflam not explained. So that, and this is what we're saying, that nowadays till Mashiach comes, we're only getting the external dimension of Torah Shebiksav explained in Torah Sheba'al Peh. That is the Eris and the Kiddushin stage. But when Mashiach comes, she is Galagam time I Torah, understand the deep secrets of Torah, including the timing, literally the which will be conveyed in the musical notes. When you're Nisuyin, that's the Inyan of Nisuyin. That's marriage, and that will be then. But again, a foretaste of that we have even we have now, Dafka now, the end of Golos in Chassidus. It just occurred to me, I don't know if there's any muck of what I'm going to say, but the time, of course, of the musical notes. That's a big emphasis in Chassidus on the Ginda, which didn't exist in Yiddishkeit before, except in the Beis HaMikdash, the Leviim would sing. We don't find that song was a part of Avodas Hashem for everyone, and it's such an emphasis. I don't believe you could even find a song, very few nigunim that predate the Baal Shem Tov. We have dirges, but not nigunim. The whole Avodah of nigunim, it's all part of the taimim, it's all part of the pnimius. A song explains the Chassidus, why is it when you hear an idea and you understand and hear it again, it's boring. But a song is repeated over and over again, you don't get bored. Because a song, a shir, is rooted in the higher place of makif, of bligvul. There's no beginning and no end. Could be, I assume it may say this somewhere, that's why the timing is revealed. The Mashiach comes, but that's the bligvul, infinite dimension of Torah, which Chassidus reveals already now out of Mashiach.